The injury report is out for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in their Week 3 matchup versus the Green Bay Packers. It is another doozy of a list with a lot of notable names, so let's go ahead and take a look. Firstly on the list, you have Buccaneers cornerback Carlton Davis, who is dealing with a hip injury. He was limited in practice on Wednesday, but a full participant in practice on Thursday. Really shouldn't be any issues there. Carlton Davis should be good to go. Leonard Fournette was a limited participant both in Wednesday and Thursday's practice due to a hamstring injury that has still been bothering him since week number 1. As I've said in previous videos, Leonard Fournette should be good to go here in the future. You then have Russell Gage dealing with a hamstring injury. He was a limited participant in practice on Wednesday and Thursday. Should be good to go, but is still something worth noting given all the injuries that the Buccaneers have had at the wide receiver position with Julio Jones and Chris Godwin. We'll talk about those guys in a moment. Robert Hainsey is dealing with a knee injury. He was a limited participant in Wednesday's practice, but a full participant in Thursday's practice. He should be good to go. Akeem Hicks is dealing with a foot injury. No participation in Wednesday or Thursday. We've already talked about that injury in a separate video. Hicks is going to be out for a little bit of time. Chris Godwin did not practice Wednesday or Thursday due to a hamstring injury. He is more likely than not going to play in this matchup, in my opinion, as he continues to rest and recover from a strained hamstring. In the case of Julio Jones, he did not participate in practice on Wednesday or Thursday. Not a great sign, but I would still say it's worth monitoring moving forward. I guess you can't completely count out either one of these guys, that being Jones and Godwin, from playing in this matchup versus the Packers, but it doesn't look great whenever you don't practice 2 days in a row right smack dab in the middle of the week leading up to a game. Rookie cornerback Mccallum was a full participant Wednesday and Thursday. He is still recovering from a hamstring injury. Scotty Miller was dealt a calf injury, was limited on Wednesday, but a full participant on Thursday. You then have Kadon, who did not practice Wednesday or Thursday due to a personal matter. Breshad Perriman was a limited participant on Wednesday and Thursday due to a knee injury. And then finally, Donovan Smith did not participate on Wednesday, but was a limited participant on Thursday. He is still recovering from an elbow injury. So a lot of the same names that we have seen here in recent weeks on the injury report here for the Bucs. Scotty Miller is a new name, but it seems like he should more likely than not be good to go for the Bucs Week 3 matchup. Donovan Smith is finally going in practicing again. It has been reported that he has a giant brace on his arm. Will Donovan Smith be able to go? Who knows? We'll have to wait and pay attention to it. If he can't, Brandon Walton would expectedly be the starting left tackle. He did a very, very, very good job versus the New Orleans Saints in week number 2, so I feel pretty good about the momentum that Walton has for himself right now. We would be able to see if he could keep up that momentum going into week number 3. But Donovan Smith, let's see if he is going to be able to play somewhere down the line. Chris Godwin, Julio Jones, again, not great that they haven't practiced 2 days in a row. We'll have to wait and see what the diagnosis is with them. Mike Evans is also out of this game because he was suspended by the NFL due to his involvement in the Marshawn Lattimore brawl in week number 2. So the Buccaneers could very well be depleted at wide receiver. They did promote Kalen Geiger to the active roster just yesterday. You also have Russell Gage and Breshad Perriman dealing with injuries as well. So top to bottom, your wide receiver core is dealing with a lot of injuries. I've said this before, I'll say it again, with these injury reports as well. Anybody who is dealing with any type of injury or ailment is going to be put on an injury report. So it isn't necessarily to say that the Buccaneers are just completely, absolutely 100,000% decimated at wide receiver and they're going to be down to all of their practice squad guys because Russell Gage, Breshad Perriman, and Scotty Miller are dealing with injuries. No, that's not the case at all. Those 3 guys are very likely to play. It's just a matter of saying, hey, they've got some nagging injuries that they're dealing with. And I don't think you can fully count out Chris Godwin or Julio Jones as well. It's not great that they haven't practiced 2 days in a row, but I think there's definitely going to be some more clarity in Friday's practice. If guys aren't practicing on Friday, that's a pretty clear indication that they might not be able to go in the game. Also, similar thing for Donovan Smith as well. You imagine he was probably testing out his elbow today, seeing how he went in practice in a limited capacity. If he can be upgraded to full participation on Friday, that's fantastic news. That means he'd probably play in the week 3 matchup. If he reverts back to not practicing, then I think it's safe to say he might not play in the Bucs week 3 matchup as well. But what do you guys think about all these names? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. I would love to hear them. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hope y'all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now, and go Bucs.